Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. My name is Becca Dukes. Let's go ahead and open up that waiting room and let people in as we have a full house today. We are also live streaming out on YouTube and Rumble and Facebook and Instagram and X. And I can't forget, we're on Audible. Yes. We are even on Audible. So if you are an Audible user, make sure that you look up Daily with Doc and you will find us. I am so excited as each and every day we are able to bring more empowering information to the masses because of the internet and social media and all the different platforms that allows us to communicate. Well, there's a lot of communication out there, folks, and not much of it is positive. There is some, but there's a lot of information that is not always accurate either. And what we bring on this program are things that are tried and true solutions to so many of the problems that are around us, whether we are in the United States, Canada, Mexico, the UK, Africa, Asia, it does not matter. Folks, we all need nutrition. And that's what we're going to be talking about today. So if you were invited by somebody specific, make sure that you get back with them and tell them thank you for sharing this program with them, or with you rather. So this program is being sponsored by dailywithdoc.com. We are a group of independent longevity distributors. So we want to make sure that if you were referred by somebody specific, that you do get back with them. Ask them how you too can be involved, not only in getting yourself healthy, your community healthy, and getting a paycheck. As many locations and businesses, whether it's small business, big business, are having troubles keeping their doors open, we have our doors open and we welcome those who share the same mindset of wanting to be a positive light in darkness and a solution to so many different issues, not just health issues, but also financial issues, the issues of not feeling like you belong somewhere. We are a family, and as Dr. Wallach says it, we are a family, and we are here to help each other. Well, as part of the helping each other, I am excited to be able to bring different doctors who share our philosophy in the importance of nutrition. Doctors who have found that what Dr. Wallach's research has proven to be correct, which he has written about in 25 books, actually 26. One of them is not available for purchase because it is out of print. It's held as a national treasure in the Smithsonian Museum. But folks, the information is available, but if you don't know where to look for it, it's not always easy to find. That's why we have put together Daily with Doc and Becca. Now, today we have with us Dr. Laura Dennison. She is a naturopathic doctor. She is a passionate advocate for natural health. She is driven by her own personal journey and a deep desire to help others. Raised in a small town in Oklahoma, Dr. Dennison's early life instilled her with a strong work ethic and a love for family. Her own experiences with health challenges, including hormonal imbalances, led her to explore alternative approaches to wellness. With multiple certificates and degrees in naturopathy, herbalism, nutrition, Dr. Dennison found Sta-Natural nutraceuticals, and they were acquired by Longevity or included in the Longevity umbrella in 2016. So she has been part of Longevity just as long as I have, which I think is very fascinating. And her approach emphasizes empowering individuals to take control of their health through education, natural remedies, lifestyle changes, with a focus on addressing root causes of health issues, just like Dr. Wallach. Dr. Dennison's goal is to guide others towards a more vibrant and fulfilling life, which is what we are all about here on Daily with Doc. So I am super excited to bring to the screen with me the one and only Dr. Laura Dennison. Dr. Laura, thank you so much for being here with us on Daily with Doc. And today we are going to be talking about the liver. And the title of today's program is Liver Rescue, Nourishing and Revitalizing Your Body's Filter. So Dr. Dennison, again, welcome to Daily with Doc. And a lot of people don't realize that the liver is a filter. It's not just this big old blob that's part of the body. Tell us a little bit about the liver and its purpose.
Well, there's a lot of things, you talked about filter, okay, but, the liver does so much more than that. But we always think about the liver as being one of the largest detoxification organs, okay, to get rid of the things that shouldn't be there. And what I like about, because, I have a product that we formulated that is specifically for the blood and specifically to support the liver. And I love that Dr. Wallach, has, in the last year came out with the metabolic, reset, the metabolic syndrome. And people don't realize that, if you have a stagnant liver, look at that book. He's amazing. He's incredible. If you have a stagnant liver, there is so many things that could go wrong in the body. Okay. And by the time we, get diagnosed with, certain conditions like, and I'll tell you this, with my clients, I have talked about non-alcoholic fatty liver disease. I mean, that is like the newest, diagnosis, whenever it comes to liver. And they're like, well, I don't drink, I don't smoke, how did this happen? Well, it's these toxins that we're putting in our body that our environment is providing for us. And, I want to throw out a book, and Dr. Wallach, if you're on here, I love you. I love all your books, but some people need to know what's in our food, okay? And they need to know that what the government and the Food and Drug Administration does is they allow a lot of different things in the United States, in Canada. And a lot of these, environmental toxins are banned in other countries. But there's this book called Metabolical, okay? And it talks about the lies of processed food, okay? And so it talks about the different ingredients that you should actually be looking for. And what I love about what we do, Becca, is with Dr. Wallach, is we have these 10 bad foods that we're supposed to stay away from, right? And, a lot of people look at it and like, what? You're telling me that I can't have these foods? And the thing is we're trying to protect you, okay? And one of the biggest things that destroys the liver and causes the liver to be stagnant. Now, when I say stagnant, a sluggish liver, because in traditional Chinese medicine, they call it stagnant qi liver, okay? And they really focus on this amazing organ because it is how the blood flows through the body, okay? And the liver is the one that, like you said, it filters, it's a storage unit, it converts, different amino acids, those essential amino acids that we get from our food, it converts them to usable, mechanisms in the body that our body can use, okay? But it also, works on hormones and different things. And so traditional Chinese medicine, like I said, they really look at the liver as the number one organ to pay attention to. And I wish that we, as in Western medicine, okay, would quit thinking about it as doing one job, as detoxification and filtering, okay, because there's so many different jobs it does. And like I said, I love that we have these amazing products that we get to pull from, and because a lot of things too, when a person has a stagnant liver, is that they don't, your body in the liver is, storing these different nutrients, okay, like B12, iron, vitamin D, A, and it waits until your body needs it for usable energy, and then it releases it throughout the bloodstream, okay? That is just one of the mechanisms that the liver does. And I think it's incredible because we focus on nutrition. We focus on these 90 essential nutrients that we need. Well, when you're deficient, like B12, when you're deficient in iron, when you're deficient, it could be because you don't have your liver working properly to store these nutrients and have it ready and available when the body requires it, okay? And so same thing with hormones, a lot of people, especially women, okay, we get into menopause and all of a sudden we have unexplained weight gain. You guys, it could be just a stagnant liver because it also helps to, regulate estrogen. And, that is one of the liver's main jobs as well, is to regulate estrogen. So whenever your body is going through menopause and the estrogen is going down, if you don't have, usable estrogen, the liver can't make it, because if the liver is, stagnant, then you have a problem. So there's so many different things. And here in Western medicine, we think about the one thing. So I'm going to talk about, here's some symptoms you can think of when you talk about a stagnant liver. And so I want you to think about that, your skin is your largest detoxification organ, okay? But the liver is the crucial one because of the bloodstream, okay? And getting these usable nutrients. So here's some symptoms that can come from it. And like I said, traditional Chinese medicine, they look at the liver also as an emotional organ. And so anxiety, depression, a lot of it, if the energy is not flowing through, and the blood's not flowing through the liver, then it also can cause emotional stress. Okay. And so when they start their clients on, they make sure they do a liver detox, okay, to that reset, that metabolic reset, because a lot of the symptoms can be cleared up just by filtering the liver and getting it working properly. So emotional, that can be, one of the symptoms of a stagnant liver. Fatigue, you know, back to Dr. Wallach in the metabolic, reset, focusing on that. The adrenals also, it's important that, we're talking about the liver, but the adrenals are affected when you have elevated cortisol. Okay. And so when you're making that and the liver's not filtering it and making it usable, then, it causes the adrenals to be exhausted and fatigued. So even adrenal fatigue could be a symptom. Muscle weakness, itchy skin. A lot of people don't realize that itchy skin, okay, especially in the feet, can be a cause of stagnant liver. Okay, and stagnant liver is just it's like a warning. Hey, we need to work on the liver a little bit, so then everything's working properly. But these are just some symptoms that you can recognize that maybe you could say, oh, I need to focus on the liver a little bit more. Swelling of the feet, when I said, itchy, especially, itching your feet, okay, can be a symptom of a stagnant liver, okay? Abdominal, talking about digestion, okay? A lot of times we focus on healing the gut, but then we forget about the liver, okay? And digestive enzymes is crucial whenever it comes to the liver. But bloating, gas, burping, we need to focus on the liver. We need to detoxify the liver, and sometimes those things clear up. Okay, blood sugar, blood pressure, pre-diabetics, could be having a stagnant liver. Okay, so these are all important things that you need to realize that, okay, so I have a blood sugar problem. Most people say, don't think about, oh, I need to do a liver detox. Okay, it's a way that the body can actually, reset that metabolism. Okay, so there's a lot of different things. Like I said, non-alcoholic fatty liver disease is one of the, I get calls all the time, with that, because they're like, hey, I don't smoke, I don't drink. It's the environmental toxins. Okay, and fried food is one of the most harmful things for the liver. Okay, and so so the next time you go to a restaurant and you order those French fries, shame on you, because I'm telling you, do not, because it will cause the liver, and it causes chronic conditions, especially the fried food. So oils, stay away from. No oils. We talk about different diets and different things, and the liver is supported with, it loves all the grains. Okay, it loves all your kale and broccoli and spinach and excessive fiber. It loves fiber. Okay, it loves water. Water helps with detoxification. But high carbohydrate diets, okay, I love that we're on a lower carbohydrate diet, because high carbs can actually cause the liver to be stagnant. Okay, and so understanding that, so when you eat the deal of ice cream, okay, and you're still not feeling good, you got to understand that carbohydrates and sugar can actually cause a stagnant liver as well. Okay, so the liver, it sets up here underneath your rib cage. It's on your right side, but it does extend over to the left. It's a very large organ. It's all about the blood, going from the intestinal tract along with the rest of the blood from your veins. It flows through your liver before going back to the heart. And so it's such an important organ that we need to really think about it. Every minute your liver filters, it filters your entire blood supply. Okay. And so imagine drinking an 8-ounce glass of water, okay, every 5 seconds, okay, nonstop. That's what your liver is doing when it's filtering your blood. Okay, it is working nonstop for you. It's like your gateway, of making sure no toxins get in the body. Okay, and so it's so important to understand that. So here's 4 things that the liver does. 1, it stores. And like I said, this is one of the important things. We talk about nutrition a lot, but it holds on to vitamins, minerals, immune cells, amino acids, fuels and hormones, vitamin A, D, K, copper, B12, and iron. Okay, those are all important nutrients that get stored in the liver. And whenever the body is needing it, then the liver sends it into the bloodstream. So that is just some crucial parts there. So the vitamin B12, I love, because I love our products. And if Dr. Wallach's on here, thank you, because, we have over 8,000% of vitamin B12. You guys, I love that, because here's what exhausts B12 in the fastest way: stress. Okay, stress is the #1, depletion of your vitamin B12. Okay, and so if your liver doesn't have that stored up enough, then you can't handle stress. So then you have elevated cortisol, and then we go into the hormonal aspect of it. And so it stores, then it filters and detoxes. And so the best way to describe that is I love swimming. Okay, and I want to swim in a clean pool. And so think of that filter that is filtering out all of the bugs and everything. That's what your liver is doing. Okay, it's think of your aquarium if you have fish. Okay, and you have to clean the tank. Okay, but you also have that filter that's keeping that water clean. Okay, that is what the liver is doing. Then it converts. This is the magic that the liver does. Okay, it gets rid of toxins. It makes sure that toxins don't get put in the bloodstream. But we have essential nutrients that we get out of food. Okay, and we have, of course, we talk about the essential nutrients with Dr. Wallach, the different amino acids, and the liver makes the rest. And so what we can't get out of our food, okay, in supplements, then the liver makes the rest. Okay, and so it's very important. It also regulates fuel. So it gives you that energy. It releases into the bloodstream that energy for the cell. And it also helps to regulate hormones. And so, like I said, women that go through menopause, they're not thinking about their liver. Okay, they're thinking about their hormones. Well, you could do a liver detox, and sometimes it can reset and it can actually balance your hormones. For instance, thyroid hormones. Okay, there's a lot of metabolic things that goes on with the thyroid in the thyroid controls. Okay, 80% of your thyroid hormones are never used in the body. Okay, that's hard to think about. And so what's happening? The liver gets rid of it. It gets rid of the unusable, hormones that your body is not needing to use. Okay, and so it innates the hormone, and especially is called reverse T3, and so it gets rid of the 80% of the hormones that's not used for the thyroid. Okay, and then the last one that the liver does that I just love is the protector. Like I said, it's not letting anybody in the gate that shouldn't be there. And everything entering the small intestine has to go through the liver first. Okay, and so so when you talk about your bloodstream, healthy blood, a lot of times, people that are really sick, we need to focus on, aiding them with, the nutrients, the 9 essential nutrients, but also we need to focus on the liver. We need to really, talk about that. The liver is full of special immune cells. Okay, so it's a protector, and these are called Cooper cells, and they serve, like I said, as the gatekeeper. And so for your immunity, we talk about the gut a lot, about our immune system. Okay, but we also got to talk about the liver as equally in that. Okay, and so Becca, do you want me to go ahead and talk about some products that we have that helps with the liver? Okay.
Absolutely.
Okay, this is my favorite thing to do, is talk about products. Okay, and I have a Let's Talk Products on Wednesday night, and we talk about all of longevity. And so if you're joining us for the first time, make sure you're getting with whoever brought you here. We're going to talk a lot about the company that we're partnered with is longevity. I mean, you don't have to go anywhere else for nutrition. And as far as supplementation. I was talking to a couple this morning, and they said, "Oh man, you can get it all from one place." And I said, "Absolutely. You don't have to go anywhere else." I mean, we are so stacked with high-powered nutritional products. I mean, it's just incredible. So the first thing you do, one is I would probably do the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, okay, because it has also one of my favorite antioxidants that a deficiency also causes a stagnant liver, okay, and that's selenium, okay. And so in the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, okay, you get the extra EFAs, but you also get the selenium. So selenium is, like I said, deficiencies, causes a stagnant liver. And so you have to do the 9 essential nutrients, the B vitamins, all of the different ones I was talking about, that especially that the liver holds on to, and it tells the body when, the body will tell it, okay, it's connected when those nutrients need to be, sent through the bloodstream. Okay. So the 9 essential nutrients, Healthy Brain and Heart Pack is a great one to do. Then the ultimate enzymes, okay, is also crucial because it's breaking down the food. Okay, so we're talking about digestion, but it also helps the liver to not overwork. Okay, because it's releasing different bile, but it's also making and converting, okay, what we get out of our food into usable, functional, metabolic, for the cells. Okay, and so taking an ultimate enzyme before you eat, okay, preferably 15 to 30 minutes before you eat on an empty stomach, is really good whenever it comes to liver health, okay? Then we get into some pretty cool products too that, and before I start the herbal supplements, we have a liver detox program with Longevity, okay? It's a 30-day program. A lot of people will do that 1 to twice a year, okay? And it just really resets the body. But I hope you take this information I'm telling you about the liver, because that's what it's doing. Okay. A lot of people will lose weight with it, but that's not what, the liver, we want it to work properly. We don't want it to be stagnant. So we can clear up a lot of problems. Okay. Fatigue, digestion, hormones, there's a lot of things that we can clear up, blood sugar, blood pressure, if we have, a liver that's working at full function. Okay. Then we get daily products. Okay, so you got the 30-day program, but what do you do after that? Okay, I really believe because I went walking today, okay, and so I breathed in some stuff. There was a guy spraying, there was a guy, picking up the concrete, he had his little jackhammer, and you're not going to be living in a bubble. Okay, so all these environmental toxins that we breathe in, okay, the liver has to figure out, okay, this is a toxin, okay, and we need to get rid of it. We need to get rid of it through the bowels or the kidneys, or whatever way that whatever that chemical is. Okay, so it's trying to protect us, and so I love daily products to take to also help with that protection. Okay, so I have a product called Hope. Okay, HOPE, and it is a super blood purifier. Okay. It is, besides it having milk thistle, which milk thistle has been known in the herbal industry as the #1 detoxification for the liver. Okay, and it's amazing. Okay, but there's other things in here that also assist. Okay, and one is sheep sorrel. Sheep sorrel is an herb that actually helps to increase oxygen in the blood. Okay. And so Ruth Ellen just showed that she had the hope. You guys, this is everybody, unless you live in a bubble, okay, like I said, everybody should be, on this product, just because it just does so much. And like I said, the liver is so crucial whenever it comes to, everything. I mean, and in traditional Chinese medicine, it is the life force. It's the qi. I mean, they are, your blood. You have to really think about how inundated we are, with toxins. Okay, because that's just the environment we live in. 50 years ago, not so much. Now we, have all the pesticides, insecticides, the chemicals that we don't even know how to pronounce. Okay, and so but it's got sheep's sorrel. It's got burdock root. Okay, burdock. The whole family of burdock, like dandelion, burdock. Are assisted with liver detox. Okay, filtering. Okay, and it has both of them. It has the burdock. It also has the dandelion. It has the noni fruit, which is superior. It's got slippery elm. It's got quercetin. Quercetin is a super antioxidant that also helps to fight free radicals. Okay, and so that's another nutrient that you're going to get in this product. It's got garlic. It's got olive leaf. You guys, olive leaf is a superior ingredient. The Good Herbs line has a product called Olive Leaf Support. Okay, by itself. We have it in the home. But olive leaf is antiviral, antibacterial, anti-parasitic. I mean, it just really goes in and tries to clean the blood. And that's what we're trying to do is to clean the blood. Okay, so our cells can attract nutrition and be able to work that way. Then it also has the protease, the amylase, and the lipase. So it does have digestive enzymes also in this product, okay, to help you break down. So Hope comes from the Sta-Natural line. It's part of Youngevity. It's a beautiful product. And it does so many different things. And, when we talk about detoxification, when we talk about storage, when we talk about the liver, filtering, and, the conversion, the Hope is just an amazing, blood supportive product. Okay. Then we have another superhero product. Okay. Z-Radical. Okay. It also comes in the Fucoid Z pill. Okay. But I like doing this product right here. I drink it every single day. It has the milk thistle, okay, but it also has turmeric, okay. So when we're talking about the liver, okay, and especially conditions of the liver, like that, maybe you're on here and you've had a diagnosis of fatty liver disease, or that is inflammation causes chronic conditions, okay. Turmeric helps to reduce inflammation. And so when you're diagnosed with something like that, you need to think about what you're doing, put into the body that's inflammatory, okay? Or, do I need to supplement with things that's going to help reduce inflammation? Get off the 10 bad foods. I mean, these are all things that's crucial, okay? Especially whenever it comes to like a diagnosis like that. You got to think of it, we're in an inflammatory nation right now. We have all these different toxins and chemicals that we're inundated with. Okay, so understanding when you're reducing inflammation, you're changing your diet, you're getting on the 9 essential nutrients, you're feeding your body, you're eating healthy, and you're taking extra supplementation to also reduce that. Well, the Z-Radical, the Fucoid Z, it's comes from the brown seaweed. Which is, over in Japan, and they've done so many different research. You can go to PubMed and you can actually bring that, go to PubMed, put in Fucoid Z, put in Fucoid Z I'm sorry, I'm getting a lot of notifications on my computer. I hope y'all aren't hearing that. Okay, there we go. Okay, and so with the Fucoid Z, in PubMed is it's an independent organization that takes all data from people that have researched. Okay, whenever it's a truthful research, you can get it from PubMed. Okay, and so they're not biased to the Z-Radical when you put in Fucoid Z. It's just a great research, and you guys, the Fucoid Z, from helping with cancer, which cancer, you got to talk about blood. Okay, and you got to talk about the cells and different things like that. Inflammation. You could put in Fucoid Z and the Fucoidin, excuse me, and it will actually show you a lot of different things that it does. Well, one of them is cleaning the blood, and it's just a super blood purifying product. Okay, and so it's also got vitamin C, B12. Okay, I love the B12. Okay, it's got 3,000% of B12. It's got folic acid, 100%, B6, B3, and then it also has the wolfberry, the milk thistle, and the turmeric, which is super important. So the Fucoidin, you can, like I said, you can go to PubMed and research that. But those are my top products. These are my 2 top products to do daily, okay? Whenever you're wanting a good blood supportive products, okay? Now, I know Youngevity has others, okay? These are just 2 of my tops. But then, here's also these 2 amazing products, the enzymes, okay, that's really supportive, and the selenium, okay? And this is all, after the 90 for life, and the healthy brain and heart pack, the EFAs, work. But things that we do daily, you almost have to take an inventory. And sometimes it's hard to take an inventory of all the bad things that you do, because we always relate certain liver conditions to just drinking excessive alcohol, okay? Cirrhosis of the liver. That's what we've been taught our whole life. So then when people get these diagnoses of fatty liver disease, or chronic conditions of it, and they're like, I never smoked or drank or any of that, okay? You need to take an inventory of what else is going in the body, okay? Maybe it's processed food, maybe it's the oils. I'm telling you guys, those oils, besides the oxidative stress, okay, the oxidation that an oil does, okay, which then causes cancer effect. But acrylamide, okay, is a toxin, okay, that has been known to cause cancer. But even the person putting the fries in, when they're breathing in that chemical that fry puts off, the acrylamide is actually what it's called. It's like smoking like 20 cigarettes, okay? Acrylamide is in cigarettes, okay? So fried food, you guys, is so inflammatory, and it's so harmful to us. In any oils, we do. I love that Dr. Wallach says a stick of butter a day keeps the doctor away, or whatever his saying is, but it's true. You guys, butter is so good for you. Clarified butter, the ghee. I mean, if you're gonna do a stir fry, do that. I always use vegetable broth, and then I put a pat of butter on the end. But there's ways to get away from it, because you guys, oils are one of the harmfulest things that causes inflammation. It causes, certain blood conditions. It causes plaque in the arteries. We could go on and on and on about what fried food does. Okay. And so, just eliminate it. There's ways around it, and there's ways that you can do it. So that is my talk on the liver. I really appreciate you, Becca, for having me on here. You're just so amazing.
Well, we appreciate you because you are amazing. And we do have questions in regards to today's topic. So folks, if you have questions about today's topic and you'd like to ask them, make sure that you raise your hand. One of the first questions that I have, and this is my brother-in-law, Love, has a condition which he's never been an alcoholic. He has like drank maybe 10 times in his life, and that's hemochromatosis. Tell us about hemochromatosis, and is there anything that we can do naturally or through supplementation to support the body in being able to function properly?
Absolutely. Okay, so hemochromatosis is how your body stores iron, okay, in the blood, okay? And it can get to dangerous levels, and a lot of people will have to go give blood, once a week, maybe twice a month, and so they're really, measuring that. The products I talked about today, all of them, okay, can help with that condition. I actually had a client, this is before we came over to Youngevity. Now, what's weird, Becky, because my brother-in-law, okay, had hemochromatosis. Okay, so he was going, once a week. So we got him on the Hope product, okay, because back then we didn't have all these other products that we get to, pull from. And what's neat about what happened is, his condition was improving. I mean, he got his energy level back. I mean, he was doing so good. And I'm not saying that this is diagnosing, treating, curing, preventing anything, but it supports healthy blood. Okay, that's what you got to have, especially with that condition. But he also had pigments on, and he was Spanish. Okay, he's a Mexican, and he had these dark spots on his elbows and his knees. Okay, and he just always thought it was because of uh, being Mexican. Okay, and when he got on the Hope product, they went away. Okay, okay, so those dark spots was caused by his liver condition. Okay, that he probably had a lot, growing up. That and they did refried beans and fried food, fried food. Okay, so that condition, okay, a lot of that, but he's like, "Oh my gosh, my spots went away." And I'm like, "I know, because it was your liver was affecting that." And so definitely, the Hope, the Z Radical, doing the 90 essential nutrients, doing the selenium, the enzymes, all of that's going to help, with that condition as well.
And we had a question, is Hope available in liquid form?
It is not. Okay, but you guys, this is an herbal supplement. Okay, we, for instance, people that have pets that the pets got diagnosed with cancer or something like that, they'll break open the capsule, sprinkle it on the food. Okay, you can open up any of the Sta-Natural products and put it in a smoothie if you want. It's going to taste a little bit bitter. Okay, so when you start thinking about dandelion, burdock, and the different herbs, okay, you can make your own liquid. Now, a lot of people will also, since I don't know nobody asked this question, but you can make a poultice, okay, with the Hope product. So say you have like a wound won't heal, or something on the outside that you're needing to help with, you can actually make a poultice. I always suggest that you soak a tea bag with the Hope product. Just open it up, put some colloidal silver in there as well, and you can actually put that tea bag on something, like say it was staph, or something like that. Because this is a super blood purifier. Okay, so it's trying to go to the cell that is a problem and regenerate it with a good blood cell. Okay, plus it has a sheep sorrel, which is oxygenating the blood. Okay, so which is very important whenever it comes to any blood condition, is getting that healthy oxygen to it.
So if somebody is experiencing blood clotting, would Hope be a good alternative to add to their brain and heart pack?
Yes, absolutely.
Fantastic.
And that's just another disorder, okay, that comes from the blood. Okay, and so blood clotting is also a liver condition. Okay, because it's not properly, it's stagnant, and so it also causes blood clotting as well.
All right, well, let's go to the first hand that is up, and we have Mango. Go ahead and unmute if you would, please. Is it Mango? Can you unmute, please? All right, let's go to the next person, as he is not responding immediately. And Bill, go ahead and unmute yourself. You are on with Dr. Wallach. All right, sorry, Dr. Laura Dennison. And Dr. Laura, Ann popped up a question about the Hope. She wants to know, how many per day are you able to take of the Hope?
Okay, and this is with the whole Sta-Natural line. Okay, because vitamins goes off of body weight, right? Okay, so we know that the healthy body packs, it's all according to your body weight. Okay, with herbal supplements, it's more of a therapeutic dose. Okay, so like 3 times a day is a normal dose, but if I had a condition that I'm really wanting to help with, you can increase it 4 times. Okay, so you could take 4 bottles a month of this herbal supplement. It doesn't go off of body weight. It goes off of, 3 times a day is the normal dose, and that's what I take right now. Okay, but if I felt like I was exposed to a lot of different toxins, or I felt like I had a stagnant liver, trying to lose weight or anything like that, I would increase this dose for sure. Double it, triple it, take 4 times the dose. But that's with all of our products with Sta-Natural.
All right, thank you so much for that. And Bill, what question do you have for Dr. Laura today?
Yes, thank you. Good afternoon. I have my notes from August. What is the reason and purpose for Zyto scans?
Okay, Awesome. Okay, I'm in love with the Zyto, and here's the reason why: is sometimes there's confusion of what products that our bodies say that they want to take. Okay, as far as what's going to benefit more, or like for instance, the Hope products versus the Z Radical. Okay, maybe you just can take one product, and so you're going to decide, but which one do you decide? So the Zyto scan is not a diagnosis. It's not preventing, curing, or treating anything, but it's like the dashboard on your car. Okay, when the oil light comes on, okay, it's just telling you, okay, you need to put oil in. Okay, the Zyto scan uses transdermal optical imaging, so it is actually getting the blood flow, okay, from the facial area, and there's different biomarkers that comes back that gives you that warning sign, like the check engine light. Okay, so for instance, I did a Zyto scan this morning, and we had improved like 4 or 5 categories: detoxification, gastrointestinal, but she was having a big move, so mental stress was down, toxic stress, and so there was different categories that she needed to improve. And so when we looked at her biomarkers, she goes, "Yep, I'm starting to get a UTI," because it showed bladder, it showed probiotics that she needed, and so it was just that warning sign. So that's sort of what the Zyto scan does. It has all of Youngevity products in there, and sometimes we get confused even on essential oils, and so it allows also the oils to show up, because sometimes we're not digesting correctly. And sometimes the oils, because it's absorbed into your skin within 26 seconds, okay, an essential oil is. And there's so many beneficial effects for essential oils. So there's many things that it does, and it comes back with the top products. It was funny. I'll tell a story. I'm not going to mention the name, but I did a Zyto scan on a Youngevity distributor and a faithful. Okay, I mean, he's on the 90 for life, and it came back that he needed the 90 for life. And so we had a conversation, and he goes, "Well, I ran out last week." Okay, no, you guys, this is 90 for life. Okay, you can't run out. Okay, you need it every single day. He was shocked that it showed up, and I said, "Well, maybe you're not absorbing correctly." And he goes, "No, I ran out last week." You can't run out of the 90 essential nutrients. It's going to show up. And so now they're calling it the snitch machine, okay, because it is, it tells on you if you're not doing something correctly. Another great thing it does is it does come back with services. And so like, there's different like infrareds on it, or hot and cold treatment, grounding. And, I sort of get a kick out of a lot of the different alternative therapies as well, because there's many things that you can do. Another thing is nutrition. I mean, it's going to tell you if you're eating gluten, because glyphosates will show up, pesticides, insecticides, and so that's also important. So, Bill, I hope I answered your question. It's an amazing tool, and so if you need additional information, I can get that to you, or Becca can, because she's also.
So this really difference is not just what we don't absorb, like the hair analysis, but it's more instantaneous of what's happening now.
Absolutely. And so back to my gal this morning, there's a section on it that I am absolutely in love with, is the emotional part. And the highest biomarker that came back was hate. And she's had a severe breakup. She's moving out. And that hatred, okay, was showing how it was, harming her body. And so we had to have that conversation, even with the emotions. And I love that, because people don't understand that the stress that they're doing to their bodies, and the emotional stress that they're doing causes so much, anguish to the body. And so, she wasn't sleeping. The sleep category was, she was totally out of range. And so we got to talk about that. So it does bring in a few other things that maybe they're not going to tell you on a questionnaire, because but it's instant. It's whatever they're feeling right then.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And I'm glad that you brought that up, Bill, because I do have the Zyto machine. I use the Zyto Link, which there's the cradle, and then there's it's infrared imaging, isn't it? Is that what it is?
Transdermal optical imaging.
Transdermal.
And that's
Yes.
the link. Okay. And then the bioscan with the hand, okay, is oh my gosh, I haven't used it in so long. I can't even tell you the technology, but the Galvanic skin response, okay, that they can also read that from. Yes.
Awesome. Thank you so very much. And going back to cirrhosis of the liver. So one of our other practitioners, Yvonne, is just kicking in a little bit of input as well. She says, thanks, Dr. Laura. I think it's important to mention, if told you have cirrhosis, the traditional system will tell you that it's a condition that cannot be reversed. Scarring of the liver is called sclerosis. Cirrhosis occurs when healthy liver tissue becomes scar tissue, keeping the liver from functioning normally. Nutritional aids have improved her clients, along with microcurrent therapy, to help scarring too. So folks, don't accept cirrhosis of the liver as being an end all, okay? The liver itself can do some amazing stuff.
And it's the smartest organ to regenerate itself. Okay, so we all know, and thank you, Yvonne. I mean, you're absolutely incredible. And the scarring, people think of that as being dead. Okay, you can stimulate. Okay, like what she has a method that she uses with her clients, but you know, feeding the body correctly and giving it the right proper nutrients, you guys, you can reverse a lot of different things. Absolutely.
Absolutely. Let's go to AJ. What questions are you bringing to Dr. Laura today?
Dr. Laura, I got 3 questions, so I'm going to be brief. Do you want the easy one first or the hard one first?
Oh, I don't. It doesn't matter.
Okay. All right. So now I'm going to hold your feet to the fire. Last time you were on, I asked you about the GLP-1 inhibitors. And before I run and go get some Ozempic injections, I want to know if you have another way that I may be able to deal with weight loss in a way that's similar or even better than what they're offering these folks to spend all of this money and stick themselves in the stomach and all that stuff. What do you got?
Okay, so thank you for this question, because you know, Ozempic is like the fastest, you know, prescription drug that has taken storm, and we don't even know the effects of what's going to happen. So if you're taking this, okay, and you're on here, you know, there is natural alternatives that you can do to get the same type of effect. Okay, the whole idea is to stop the cravings, okay, slow down the motility of the food, okay, and so it metabolizes longer in the body, okay, so that's another thing, and you're not getting the glucose and the glucagon, you know, to be released, the insulin, okay, that hormone, and to try to stop that, okay, and then also move it through the system, and so that's where proper bowel movements, etc., come in. Okay, so AJ, I researched, you know, because one, we're not going to give you a chemical drug. Okay, it is a chemical injection that people are, you know, so the GLP-1 is, you know, something that you have to do. There is natural ways that you can achieve the same thing that Ozempic is doing. Okay, and or any of those prescription drugs, that's what they're doing, the big weight loss phenomenon that's going on. Okay, which you guys, weight loss is a bonus, but feeling healthy is the best. Okay, and so don't result to, I mean, try as much as you can not to take a prescription drug if you can. Okay, so in our toolbox that we have 3 products that is sort of trying to work the same way. Okay, it's not to replace Ozempic, but it's trying to accomplish the same goal and the same outcome. Okay, the first one is the Hope product. Okay, you guys, the liver, detoxifying the blood. I mean, this is a crucial part of what they're trying to accomplish as well. Then you have, hold on a second, because I got them right here, because I take them 3 times a day now, and I'm doing amazing.
We have them too. We can show them. Becca and I have
Okay.
all the products too.
Okay. Then we have the amazing sweeties. Okay. You guys, this is so crucial whenever it comes to regulating blood sugar. Okay. This is a fantastic product. We know the deficiencies. So we know, like, you know, the 90 for life, getting the chromium and the vanadium. But this, you guys, has extra support for blood sugar. Okay. Then we have the eat less. Okay. This is going to help with appetite, but it's also going to help to get things moving. Okay. Like what they're trying to accomplish with the GLP-1. Okay. Get things moving and getting a good bowel movement. Okay. And so the eat less also is there. So these three, because Stan and I said, I want to just test this out because, I'm sick and tired of people asking if I can prescribe. And I'm like, no. And, but we are losing weight. We are not hungry. And things are really happening. And so this is what I would suggest if you're looking for something like that.
Okay. And I want to use I guess it's running into my next question, which is the 90 essential nutrients are staple. The Healthy Body Start Packs are staple. Alternatively, I use the basic Mighty 90 sometimes for folks. So that'll be the Ultimate Classic Liquid and the EFAs. The Ultimate Classic is the first multivitamin product that American Longevity had, or Longevity had at least. I'm a newbie, so you have to pardon me.
That's okay.
But at the same time, what is a 90 essential nutrients package that with the foundation being in the Sta-Natural line?
Okay, so yes, and that's a good question. And it's in the Sta-Natural line, what you're going to find out, it's very affordable. Okay. And I give credit to Steve and my husband, because we just didn't want the price, and so they, accommodated us with that. So thank you again, Steve, for that. It's very affordable. And so with the 90 essential nutrients, okay, we have a high powered mineral and vitamin. Okay. It's called Sta-Vital. Okay. Sta-Vital is high in the vitamins, several of the minerals, but it does not have a good calcium magnesium. Okay. So a lot of our folks do the Sta-Vital. Okay. Then they do the CalMag that came over with the Biomedics brand. And I think that was on your show yesterday. That is a fantastic product. It's very affordable. And I'm telling you what, calcium, magnesium, the Beyond Osteo, we know is, off the chart amazing. Okay. And I love the calcium magnesium ratio. And you want a 1-to-4, at least a 1-to-4 ratio. And so in the CalMag, it's 1-to-2. So it's a fantastic ratio whenever it comes to calcium magnesium. Then the Sta-Restored is the glucosamine, the chondroitin, the MSM. Okay. And then we go to the Jojoba omegas, which is in the Jojoba line. Okay. So that's what makes up our 90 essential nutrients, doing it a different way.
Fantastic. And now a tough question.
Okay.
This came in from an email. Marilyn wants to know, what about olive oil on a salad, for example? Is olive oil bad for the liver also?
Yes. You guys, there's no natural good olive oil in the United States. Okay. If you're over in, Spain, where, they're taking the olives and they're pressing them right there. And because here's the difference. Okay. Olive oil is considered not a plant oil because it's coming from a fruit. Okay. That's where the confusion comes in. But it still oxidizes, it causes oxidative stress in the body. So olive oil is olive oil, coconut oil, all of them should not be ingested. Okay. Now, with essential oils, some people use coconut oil and different things, but it's not going through the digestive tract. And so putting it on a salad is a no. It's considered an oil. So, lemon juice, we have the great balsamic vinegars, okay, with longevity. I was just talking about this morning, okay? Perfect on a salad, Okay, and so you can make your own, but using oils it oxidizes in the body. Once you take that uncap that olive oil they come in these pretty bottles, and you think that you're getting something good. Once you uncap it and the air hits it, it's already oxidated. Okay, and oxidative stress causes these free radicals in the body and causes chronic inflammation. And so, absolutely not.
Fantastic. Be sure to come back more often.
Do what?
He said, be sure to come back more often.
Yes, absolutely. I enjoy it.
Fantastic. We have 2 more hands up. We have 2 minutes. Or do you have a hard stop?
I'm good.
All right, let's go to Marilyn. Marilyn, what questions are you bringing for Dr. Laura today?
Okay. I often have clients saying they have like a slight spider veins on the front of their shin towards their ankle. Does that indicate liver issue?
Okay, absolutely. It is a blood condition. Okay, so that also is, but it's also soft tissue too. So you'd want to do all the blood supportive products. Okay, of course, the 9 essential nutrients, up the EFAs. Okay, because that really helps with the soft tissue. And even doing like MSM, doing collagen, okay, that also helps with that as well. So you're treating it for the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack, because it is related. It's a vein, it's a capillary spider vein, but you're also wanting to, detoxify the blood. So that's where the hope comes in. But then you also want to work at soft tissue, where the collagen and the MSM is great products for that as well.
Okay, thank you. Appreciate it.
You're welcome.
All right, awesome. And Ruth Ellen, go ahead and unmute yourself. What questions do you have for Dr. Laura today?
Hello, Dr. Laura. I just love when you're on, I swear.
I love you, Ruth Ellen.
I love you too. You're amazing. I love your product line. And I remember meeting you when you first came to Longevity, and I felt a connection with you right away. And I just am very grateful that you can come and be with us on the show. Very, very grateful. I could cry. I'm not going to talk anymore. Okay, so we do have a question that came in, I believe, yesterday, but we didn't have any doctors on, so we couldn't ask it. So I'm a 59-year-old. I have this disease, retinitis pigmentosa. I take Tangy Tangerine and EFA capsules. I got referred to the University of Iowa for clinical testing and do not know what they will recommend. So what would you recommend for a 59-year-old person? I don't know if it's a man or a woman with retinitis pigmentosa.
Okay, so it sounds like you're on part of the 90, but you need to take the full 90. Okay, and I would also suggest, because Dr. Wallach, another book, and Becca might have it handy, was the 12 cranial nerves. Okay, and so when you're talking about any condition with the eye, okay, you have to talk about these nerves. It's also in, and it says it's all in your head. Okay, and so the Healthy Brain, I would do the Healthy Brain and Heart Pack. Okay, but I also would do the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack. Okay, because the bone and joints, okay, also helps with the nerves. Okay, that we're talking about, these 12 cranial nerves, that also would help. Now, those two combined together, as well as we do have 2 products that I would also suggest in addition to, is because it really helps cross over the blood-brain barrier, and it works as a super antioxidant. And that is the Pumeric, okay, that was designed, excuse me, I'm sorry, not Pumeric, Occutive, okay, that we came out, that was specifically for the eyes. And then in the Sta-Natural line is the Stay Young. The Stay Young is a super antioxidant, plus it crosses over the blood-brain barrier, and that's what they need, is they need additional support that's crossing over, that's going to help with the central nervous system and those nerves.
Okay, thank you. And would that be similar for macular degeneration?
Yes, absolutely. Any cataracts, I mean, that would, in combining those 2 packs, and I like how Dr. Wallach came out with that book, because people don't understand the central nervous system, and also how a certain nerve can affect the kidneys, or it can affect, these different things. And so by combining the healthy brain and heart pack, as well as the bone and joint pack, you're also helping the central nervous system on both ways.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
And this book is called It's All in Your Head, where Dr. Wallach shares how the 12 cranial nerves in your head affect your body's health and how to fix it without a doctor. So that is It's All in Your Head. You can find that at Dr. Wallach's website, drjwallach.com, or you can give them a call at 800-755-4656, where you can find all of Dr. Wallach's books and publications. One last question. So we have a client, she is 71 years old, 149 pounds, and she's asking for help as she's wanting to transition to natural products. She has been on a pharmaceutical called pantoprazole. She has chronic fatigue syndrome when stressed, and she is a recovered alcoholic addict. So what would you recommend, one, for the foundation, and two, as we're experiencing chronic fatigue, yes, it could be just the foundation, but there's some other things that it could be as well, especially if there's a history with alcoholism or other things that are addictive.
Well, and that question is perfect for today's show, because, the healthy brain and heart pack is where the foundation is going to be first. And then you're detoxifying the liver. I mean, you're going at it, pretty heavy with these different products. And then I would add also the antioxidants, which is in the selenium. I would take extra selenium. Okay. So you get that with the healthy brain and heart pack, but then you need to take extra selenium. And so Dr. Wallach would probably recommend at least 3 bottles a month of the selenium. And so that's exactly what I would do. But the hope, I would probably double the hope, just because of the history with the liver and the addiction, and will help with that.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I think we offered a lot of value to the world today, Dr. Laura, and what we can do to support our body's own functions, especially when it has to do with the liver, the blood, well, everything, because it's all connected.
Absolutely.
So thank you so much. And if we could get the co-hosts up on the screen with us, we could not do this without them, as it does take multiple individuals that are bringing their talents together so that we can provide information to everybody. So I would like to, we have Rick that says, thank you so much, Dr. Laura. Albert is saying, can you stay for another hour, Dr. Laura? So I know that we could bring in lots of questions, as we're getting those questions coming into Daily with Doc by people emailing questions at dailywithdoc.com when they're having health questions. For Marilyn is saying the same thing. Can you stay for another hour, Dr. Laura? And for those of you who are interested in being part of the solution and becoming part of the team, make sure that you get back with the person that shared this program with you. They cared enough about you because they knew, one, you're going to get some value from this program. Two, they're probably on some of the products that are mentioned in this program, then they're getting great results. They want you to have great results as well. Folks, we're not meant to barely survive. And as we mask those symptoms, and we may not think about it because we're not having those symptoms, think about the underlying cause is still there. The damage that chemicals going into our body, it's still happening. And if you've been on a pharmaceutical and then you go back to the doctor and you have to get another pharmaceutical because of other things that are going wrong, you got to think about it, folks. We do offer natural options that work with the body without causing more destruction. as I was saying, I got a bunny track. I got all these bunny trails going on. Folks, we could not do this without having our team. And I know that there are many out there that have teams that they're building as well. If you have not been referred to this program by somebody specific and you would like more information about being part of the Daily with Doc team or even within Longevity, make sure that, again, get back with the person and share this program with you. If there's no one to thank, you may email us at info@dailywithdoc.com. That's info, I-N-F-O, @dailywithdoc.com. Or if you prefer phone call and you would like to speak with somebody on the phone, 855-949-3377. Again, I can't thank my team enough. Today we have Albert joining us from South Africa, who's helping to let people in. Albert, thank you so much, as it is later in the day than it is here. Absolutely. And we have Marilyn, who we lovingly refer to as Fingers, because of all of the amazing work that she does with us. And we just thank you so much for those of you who are on the program and watching, and you're in the live Zoom. If you don't have that chat open, you're missing all of her amazing work as she does the dictation and puts that information into writing here in the chat, which is only available live here on dailywithdoc.zoom.com. We also have Ms. Sherry, who is part of our tech team, helping to get the stream all set up, ready to go, and monitoring the different platforms to make sure that it still has sound and all those other things required. So thank you, Sherry. We have AJ, who is responsible for getting us out on all of these different locations so people can reach us and find us where they are at. So thank you so much, AJ. AJ is our digital marketing director. And we have our executive production manager, Ruth Ellen Sanchez, as she's helping to get the stream pushed out to these different locations. So she's capturing that information. She's putting in the graphics so that people can find us easily and make it look prettier. And keeping us all organized on task and helping us set up our guests for the Daily with Doc and Becca show. So thank you, Ruth Ellen and Dr. Dennison. It's doctors and health professionals like you who just have a heart for others and want to make sure people know there are alternatives. There are options. And when it comes to herbalism, it's not an alternative modality. It's the original modality at achieving nutrition, and that includes, well, achieving good health, because there is some nutrition in herbs. But folks, if it's not in the ground, especially the minerals, it's not going to be in the herbs. So minerals are so important. They are like the currency to a thriving life. Get back with the person that shared this program with you. Thank them for sharing it with you and ask them how you can get started today. Again, if there's no one to thank, give our call team a call at 855-949-3377. My name is Becca Dukes. As the Director of Student Services for the Institute of the Holistic Health, the hostess of this program, and the humble leader of an amazing team, thank you for taking this time and investing it into yourself. Knowledge cannot be taken away, folks. Now it's your turn to use that knowledge to help yourself, your family, your community, and together we can help the world. Bye for now. Thank you.
Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach. Welcome to Daily with Doc and Becca. This program is for educational purposes only. The statements in this program have not been evaluated by the FDA. The content is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any diseases, nor is it intended to take the place of your primary care physician. Testimonials are shared as individual experiences of the individual sharing their testimony. Results vary and may not be typical. We do not make any claims regarding health or income. As an empowered individual, you do have options available. We are honored to have the founding father of the science of epigenetics guiding us with the best options to obtain or maintain optimal health, Dr. Joel Wallach.